I want to talk about dealing with life as it is, um, because it's the only life you have, yours. What I've learned is it was real tough for me to realize that you can only see this looking back. Why I struggled when I was young, struggled to fit in, struggled with my feelings of emotions and inadequacy. I didn't had no idea how much effect that just being a black hat on my impression of myself, what I saw in the media. Thank God for people like Muhammad Ali and other people like that. But for the most part, I didn't feel confident in myself. I remember having strong feelings and emotions, liking girls and things. I couldn't do basic things like talk to girls that I wanted to talk to. I didn't feel confident enough to do things like that. So I picked up alcohol, and that gave me liquid courage. And then that came to a point where I had to let that go. And I started noticing that during life, there were times of illness and struggle and almost dying at an early age. And now that I look back, of course, and here's the hard part, I can look back now and I can say, wow, those things challenging me, I had to struggle to survive, to live. It was difficult. So then I learned, after going to school and struggling through that, I became confident in myself because I knew it didn't matter how much money I had, it didn't matter if I had people doing things for me. What mattered is that Rodney learned that he can depend on Rodney getting up and going to do whatever Rodney needed to do and learning whatever Rodney needed to learn to get to where Rodney needed to go. I gained self-confidence. I can stand on my own now. And I've learned I had to let a lot of people go who weren't able to sit in there and suffer with me. Marriage says, till death do us part. And most people, it's like, till the first problem comes, does us part, because we partner. And now I know, I'm looking back, and I can only say that, no, I don't want pain to come to anybody, but I go to the gym, and no pain, no gain. So if it comes, you got to learn to be painstaking. You got to be able to take the pain, be able to take the hits in order to grow from it. It's the only way you can grow. And so I'm standing here now, and I'm realizing that when we share our methods on how we do that, not everybody's the same, but that's why everybody's important. And we have examples that it can be done, that it's not impossible. Like a lot of people don't know about the eye of the needle. The eye of a needle, you said it's easy for a rich man, to go through the eye of a needle. You're thinking needle and a thread. That's not how it was over there in those days at all. What they had to do, so like if you think about here and you think about Civil War times, you have a fort. And what people can do, they can attack. Or even in ancient times, they had to put a moat around so because people would come in full attack. But what you had to do in these cities is that it was built so you couldn't come into the city unless you individually got off your camel and brought it down to its knees and had to shimmy in one at a time. So that's difficult but not impossible. It's not like a needle and a thread. It's where you had your camel had to go down through the eye of a needle to get into the city. So it's difficult but not impossible. And so what I'm trying to get you to see is that although life is difficult, yes it is, it's the only way you can grow. If you look at a book named The Road Less Traveled, you grow spiritually, especially when you learn to solve your problems. Like right now, I am thinking of going to another place to work. It's more progressive in my mind. And those old feelings of I wonder how I'm going to do and I wonder if I'm good enough and all of that, those are going to come and go. And I'll either do it or I'm not. But I'm not going to not do it. I went for the interview. It's not that I'm not going to do it because of fear, because of that false emotion appearing real. It's not going to stop me now. I have way too many people in my life and know that I have God in my life. I have confidence in my life. But I want to share that with you to stand up and go for whatever it is you need to go to. And last but not least, I'm going to have a party this week. I'm going to go down, pick my 90-year-old mother up, bring her back, have a cookout, just enjoy life, man. It's only one life. You only got one.